Okay. I was doing a Final Fantasy 1 through 10 100% marathon.
Dang.
Okay.
Sounds like torture.
I mean, you say that. We're good on the audio for the stream. You say
Okay,
that,
cool.
and no joke, there's a challenge in Final Fantasy. Oh wow, that is picking up out there real quick. With the storm. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm getting stormed on everyone on my side, just like anyone who's playing Final Fantasy, and yeah, in Final Fantasy 9 there is like a challenge to get like I forget, I think it's like the Excalibur 2 or something like that. Like the main like warrior knight dude class character.
Yeah.
There's a challenge where you essentially have to skip all the story and everything. But if you do that, you can get into like you can play you get like the best sword in the game, but you have to skip all the story because you have to get to like this specific point in the game in like under 12 hours.
Oh, wow.
So, and Final Fantasy 8 in particular, I mean, if you want to talk about games where it's like, oh, you can beat it at level 1.
Yeah, I remember you telling me
Final
about
Fantasy
how
8,
8's
which
scaling is wonky.
yeah, it's if you're ever to play Final Fantasy 8, I think we would have to start it off like several sessions where you go and play like or like have like a cutaway to like Cards Against Humanity or something. While I go, it's like while he does this, we're playing this, Yeah, I just saw a light flicker in my room.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and try to turn some stuff off on my end.
Yeah.
Some very valuable things I won't mention.
The Holy Grail.
You chose poorly. Proceeds to like decompose. In a way that's not. Honestly, I think that the Ark of the Covenant death is way more violent than like impactful than like someone just like turning into poor man Skeletor.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you see the trailer for the new He-Man movie?
So a coworker showed me that, and
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Oof.
Yeah. It's very interesting choices they made.
And I remember seeing like some video being like, "Oh, it's not woke," and I'm like, okay. I mean, look, I don't know every single. I mean, I know I don't know. I know there's He-Man. I know that She-Ra is related. I know there's Man of War. There's Skeletor. I know some characters visually. I don't have a name to associate with the name. Like I know there's that red, neckbeard guy who catches him in that one, infamous, He-Man Things video.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess if you think about it, He-Man, someone would be like, "Oh, He-Man's always been woke," because of that, that video.
Well, I grew up with the 2003 series, and that was definitely a lot more macho than
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I actually saw like did they do this? They did the same thing with you like on Toonami, where like they showed like the pilot, and then you have to like go on to like Toonami to actually see the real full-on series.
You mean like they would show the pilot like outside of Toonami?
I think it was on Toonami, but it was like not. It wasn't like in Toonami itself. It's like on Cartoon Network.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's hard to remember exactly, but yeah, I think that was the case. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember trying to watch. Because you see, I forget what it was. I think we had some random. Again, it's like some random like one-off like. Oh yeah, here's your He-Man toy. It's the only one we can afford. It's not like He-Man himself or Skeletor or anything.
Yeah.
So he, he was like, okay, I'll watch that. And I remember being like, okay, this looks kind of interesting. Kind of serious. Skeletor is like he had the face, and now he's like all It's like it's like Darth Vader, you know.
Yeah, like
Like,
they kind of show his origin.
which, from what I understand, I don't know if that was in. That doesn't seem like it was in the original
Yeah, no, I think
series.
he was just always a skull face.
He was just a troll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like siblings would tell me about like you know, dude, I think he like I remember one sibling he was like I remember him sounding a lot more like a lot not as like silly, like a lot more
Yeah.
like not like yeah ha 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 E-Man, you know.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw stuff from the original. I'm like, that's Skeletor? What the heck?
Oh, I kind of do like a corny villain every now and then.
Yeah, yeah. And given the tone of like the rest of the original series, it fits. So.
Yeah.
But one thing I do remember about Toonami back then is like whenever a new show premiered, they would always like show like like the first 2 or 3 episodes stitched together and like call it a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I remember they did that for Transformers Armada. Like they just,
You know, that's what it was. I think that's what it was. Because yeah, I remember the He-Man show you're talking about. It kind of ends on like a cliffhanger. Like I think he defeats Skeletor, but he doesn't like kill him or something. I forget.
Yeah. Yeah, and so they had like the first 3 episodes of Armada as a movie on Toonami, and then the rest of the show was just Cartoon Network regular.
What the fuck is going on with my computer?
Is it the
Hold
storm?
on. If I alt F4, is that gonna mess with you?
I don't think so. It'll just. Oh wait, no, because you're the party leader. So yeah, it might.
Okay.
I don't know.
I apologize. I'm gonna alt F4 because my monitor's like blinking now, or not blinking. It's like flashing.
Yeah. Guess we'll see what happens.
Okay, sorry everyone. I'm gonna have to reboot the computer.
Okay.
Because it's doing it outside the game as well. It's not even. At first, I thought it was a game.
Okay. Yeah, you disappeared, but I'm still in the game, so we at least got that. But yeah, while he reboots his computer, we got Snoop Pingus isn't here anymore.
Okay, yeah, I left suddenly.
Okay, I would say like that was the quickest reboot ever.
Well, I'm paranoid now because
Yeah,
that was the main monitor and this Acer monitor. I've had 2 other Acer monitors.
That's the newer one that replaced like the buggy ones, right?
Yes, the one I bothered replacing. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think I. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I have a feeling maybe the storm might have done
like
something.
Power surge, kind of. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping it is, and not. Oh great, your monitor's messed up, and I have to go and homebrew a solution on the fly while on stream. Uh-oh. Shit. Fuck. I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, awkward live stream fail, r/live stream fail, guys.
Yeah. I feel like for 5 seconds there, the resolution on my Switch dropped to like 360p. It looks so freaking blurry just now.
Okay, I guess what happened is it put it in a lower refresh rate.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Because I went and checked, and it was like at 60 frames as opposed to, or 60 hertz as opposed to 144 hertz or whatever.
Okay. It was like some kind of weird like power saving measure or something.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not bored.
Yeah. For those who don't know, like right before stream, it was like where I live. It was like there was nothing to worry about as far as the weather goes. Like for the few hours before the before we got started. And then, like, right as we start streaming, I hear, like, expander. And it's like, seriously? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So apparently they have Cat in the new Star Fox 64 remake, I guess.
yeah, and they made her like a hyper realistic. Not even hyper realistic. She looks like worse than the regular cat. She,
Yeah, I think I remember seeing it. I was like, yeah, it was
it's like that's like some comparison
yeah.
image, and they're like, "Oh man, like the cat used to be cute," and it's like, and now they made her realistic, and it's like, real cats look cuter than that. Like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm glad that this is working again now. Looks like you just got finished with that one.
yeah, I just got your invitation. I'll back out as soon as that's
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that was like I was scared for a second. I was like, "Oh, great!" I see. I do have one more of them. Those like
Yeah.
monitors that I never pulled out of the box.
Yeah.
But considering the state of the other ones, I ordered at the same time.
Yeah.
Actually, what am I doing here? About to get on here, and I need to switch to Discord for actual audio quality.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Should be set
Alrighty.
a bit better now, right?
Yeah, sounds better.
Okay, for a second I didn't hear you. I was like, is it
Yeah.
work? Like I'm in like a post-apocalypse, and they're like turning the camera on and be like, "Is anyone out there? Any signals?"
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that guy that usually pops up in our chat when we play this, he's online right now, and he sent me an invitation. I don't know if you have him saved on yours anymore. If you want to invite him,
What was his name again?
like Rick Rear. I'll go to my friends list so you can see his ID. I don't know if you can
Looks
see
like
that
I
on
have a
here.
whole. Oh, okay. Let me go and Steam friend. Yeah, how do I do this? I'll just. I can put.
I think he's also on the Switch.
Trying to. Oh, so I can wait. If he's on the Switch, can I not add him?
Yeah, you'd have to add him like in the game itself. With it has his on the stream. You should be able to see his player ID. If the quality isn't
Oh,
too
okay,
bad.
okay. I get it now. I was confused, and I was trying to put in his like username.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like the friend code thing, right?
yeah, the in-game
Yeah,
friend
that's-
code.
Yeah, that's me being a little bit unfamiliar with with that concept, not having grown up with Nintendo's very
Yeah.
good and very much worth the $20 minimum asking price.
Yeah,
Like
it's just
I
weird because
rather-
on Wii U they got rid of friend codes and you could just type in someone's username, and then they brought it back for the Switch. It's like, what the hell?
that is the story of the Switch, though. Like, take so many steps back,
Yeah,
Although at the same time, you know what? I had a thought about the Switch, and it's that the yeah, I'm gonna invite him to the lobby as well.
Okay.
The Switch was it is kind of interesting how you have all these other systems with all these features, and the Switch is like so bare bones, yet people still bought it.
yeah. I mean, and for what was it, 2017? The idea of like this.
Recruiter sent like I'm gonna be joining his lobby, so
Oh, okay, that's fine.
yeah, 2017. What's going on?
What was I saying? Oh yeah, for like a dinky little tablet in 2017 to be able to be a handheld console and a dock on your TV thing,
Oh,
it's
okay.
pretty appealing concept, I would say.
You able to jump into the lobby or his invite?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out where you're at, and I couldn't see you. Do you change like the sparks on your car or something?
I don't think so. It's a little different.
I don't see you with the. I don't see the Miku with all the. Oh wait, what? Yeah, I don't see the Miku with all the snow and everything.
Oh, that's weird. I don't think I changed it. But yeah, in a
Communication with the
sense, like
lobby
it.
just got lost.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, I just got booted out.
Oh, okay. See if you could join again, because I'm still. It just says players are in a race and currently waiting.
Yeah, it's like a friend match.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who Biosis is, but sure. Assuming this person isn't doing anything weird.
Oh, never mind. It says lobby does not exist. Failed to join.
Okay, let's just do something now, I guess.
Yeah. Just invite me, and you could invite him if he joins. He joins. If not,
Yep.
Whatever.
If I send him an invite now, would he be able to join later, or would it like lock him out?
I think he could join later. It would just take him to that screen I was just on, which is waiting.
Yeah, it's like players in a lot. Yeah, I sent you the invite. I don't know if it lets you join player in there. Yeah, I'm looking at the check on this stream because I'm confused. Oh, this thing ain't even live. I wonder I'm not seeing the most up to date visual information.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for as bare bones as like the Switch and its operating system are, like, it is kind of refreshing in a way because you have like the Series X dashboard that's like populated with ads, and then you have like the PS5 dashboard where like the games are just like tiny little icons on like the top left of the screen.
Yeah, it's the 4K version of the PS4 emulator. PS4 emulator. Yeah, sure. 4K version of the. That's kind of sort of what it is. Kind
4K,
of.
yeah.
4K
PS4.
Finally, Bloodborne at 4K and 540 hertz. What was I saying? Yeah, I remember looking at this. I didn't see that many ads per se for this on the Series X. Like, oh, please buy Dove shampoo for some reason. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe it's because you just got yours and it hasn't built up a profile on you yet.
Yeah. I mean, I just got mine, and it's kind of hard to do that when you're still trying to set. I will say this: you want me to tell you how you have too much stuff? It's when you wouldn't mind getting rid of some of it for a price.
Yeah.
And also, whenever you have to redo things, it takes like 3 months. I mean, granted, some of that is moving a lot of stuff out of the way and other things in one's house, or the house one lives in with their parents. It's when you read it takes like 3 months to finally set things up how you want it. And you're like, man, I wish I could just sit down and relax sometimes.
Yeah.
Like this weekend, I'm planning on selling one of my computers to a coworker. You just have to figure out the logistics because he has his own plans going on tomorrow, and I don't know about the Sunday, but today I was actually doing something, and this guy I had an appointment with. He was wanting to build a computer because, as it turns out, he's also had like a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I didn't ask what the name of it was. But here's the thing. So he got like a quote last month.
Yeah.
For like a PC repair enthusiast whatever shop, and turns out, it was like a Intel Core 5 Ultra. What they're calling their Intel CPUs now.
Yeah.
So DDR5 RAM.
Yeah.
It has a 5060 because he wants to. He has like some, generic HP laptop, so he needs like something that's better for like editing.
Yeah.
Did
he say if his channel was like big or anything, or like?
I didn't really get to ask it that many questions about it. He just kind of told me about it. It's actually kind of neat how he had it set up and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, he what was he? Yeah, he was telling me about he showed me like the list of parts, and I explained to him like, okay, this is the motherboard. This is like an S. I explained to him like what an SSD was versus a hard drive.
Oh, he didn't even like know that stuff.
Well, I mean, I explained like what I mean, I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't being like, what's your problem, boomer? You know, like anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, boomer. You know, like okay, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. But what was I saying? He trying to like race and do this at the same time.
Yeah. No, I just find
but-
it funny, like he's doing YouTube, but he doesn't know what that stuff is.
Well, he's not doing anything like gaming related or anything. He's just
Okay.
it's just like him doing, I don't know.
This
You
is
know,
how
like
to build a
Luke
shed.
Smith- you know, like Luke Smith has his videos where he's basically just expressing his opinions that are like totally not,
Yeah.
you know, influenced
okay.
by Ted Kaczynski or something. It's not quite
Yeah.
to that level of extremity or, you know,
Okay.
insane like 4chan wing nuttery,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. But he's just like expressing his opinions in a video format.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he had like, and the guy had like a delivery that's like you could tell he kind of has like an itch for it, you know.
Okay.
A little bit more coherently than what I'm trying to talk, you know, in live stream. But I mean, to do something live and do something produced is very different, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, he's telling me about like this thing had DDR5 RAM, like 16 gigs, and like
It's like
a
gold.
1 terabyte SSD. Like I'm assuming NVMe and RTX 5060 Ti or something like that. Now I understand a 5060 is not a 5090, and maybe you can get DDR5 RAM cheap somewhere or source it, you know, used.
Yeah.
But this quote from a month ago was like $1,600.
That
I'm like,
actually doesn't sound too bad.
yeah, it doesn't sound
state
too
of
bad,
things.
but I was also like thinking, like, bro, how in the world are you? Because like the thing is, it could obviously be like, you know, a month later, be like, oh, now it's $3,000 because DDR5 RAM is like becoming an endangered species, you know.
Yeah.
So that was what I was thinking. I was like thinking, well, I do it because eventually he asked me like, do I have a computer? Because he's trying to get something, you know, cheaper.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I said, well, I don't need two like desktop class PCs on my you know, entertainment center. Like I have the one was really more for like bringing it to other people's houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's like yeah, I'd be interested. Yeah, you get because like I have like his business number, and he gave me his like personal number, you know, like on the back of his like business card. So yeah, it was actually I was like, wow, you know, this is like some attention I never thought I'd be getting. Like I mentioned,
Yeah.
I just because I was asking like what I did was my plans for the weekend were, and he's like, oh shit, really, you know? So,
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
yeah. If you get into PC building, kids, you have a little bit of gravitas that you might in real life that you might not have otherwise.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about turning into something like Louis Rossman. You have to go and start like learning soldering, desoldering, and all that. Do repair of stuff, and then also hope that, you know, the government doesn't go and be like, right to repair, you know.
Yeah. And it's also like he mainly repairs MacBooks, which he also hates. So it's like you gotta do something you hate.
Yeah. I heard. Speaking of Luke Smith, I heard something like he banned the word like twerks from like his channel, like his I forget, like his comments or something like that.
Torque's like the screwdriver bit.
Yeah, because I guess, you know, it's like all Mac stuff, and he like
Oh, wow.
he has like a video where he's like, why I can't stand Macs or something like that, you know. Which
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine why. I mean, knowing how he is, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he's basically like,
Think
I don't know. I
bad
don't want
race.
to call.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call him PC master or Linux master race. It's more just, how do I put this? More like living in the woods and free of the system master race, I guess. Sort of. or at least that's how the meme goes. He says that's like just a joke, you know?
Yeah.
Because obviously he's still posting stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Sometimes people just like LARP online, you know?
That's true. Yeah. I mean, does he ever say like what internet he has? Like, does he have Starlink, or is he just using like some cell phone network?
I think he's had like Starlink at some point. I don't know if he still does.
Yeah.
But like, I know he has one where he's like, yo, Starlink not like changed my life or something, but it was like yo, Starlink actually is like pretty good, considering it's from Elon.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry, the entire race.
Yeah, this one's not looking good.
Well, it's not looking good for me either. So, get some mischievous going. To just like use up as much as I can.
Yeah.
Shit. Finish.
Ooh. Okay, I guess I didn't finish last.
I forgot this one ends with Shadow, turning the edge on.
Yeah.
I remember seeing like a headline, something about like Sega and their Super game. It was like a headline.
Oh yeah, they canceled their Super. I don't know if it was like a game or just that was like the name of some kind of live service initiative they're doing.
Yeah, and I was like thinking, great, Sonic timelines. It's like they take the concept of Shadow the Hedgehog and it's like everything,
Yeah.
It's like Sonic Fortnite, Sonic Night. which sounds like a bunch of furries going and doing a furgy. Well,
yeah, like they're canceling all the live service stuff because Sonic Rumble isn't making a ton of money. But it's also like, alright, Sonic Rumble is basically a Fall Guys clone, and there's no like the only thing to spend money on is skins, and it's like you can get by just fine playing that game without skins.
Yeah, well, the thing is that if you think about it, like, if you really think about like all these live service stuff that they've been doing like the last decade, it's kind of similar to like, how familiar are you with like the library of the Atari 2600?
I know the stuff that Bimmy has talked about.
So you didn't like grow up with it, I mean, I when I say I grew up with it, it's not like I played it all the time. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play. I mean, there's a classic sense to it. Like you have like a typical stereotypical controller, that is about as stiff as an erect dick, and I'm not even exaggerating about that.
Yeah, no, that is one of the things I remember because I didn't like grow up with it that much, but like when I was like before kindergarten age, one of my cousins had one, so whenever I go over to his house, we would play it a little bit, but memories are kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, there's obviously some unique games, some impressive games, to be sure, but a lot of that library is like some kind of, I don't even want to say shmup, because I feel like shmup, there has to be some kind of scrolling aspect.
Yeah.
It's like some variant of like a Space Invaders clone, or maybe you have like a multi-screen game, kind of like Berserk or something, which, hey, Berserk, where'd you get that name from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found out like a little bit ago that like that game has a sequel called Frenzy,
Oh, okay.
So. But yeah, well, sorry.
Oh.
Apparently, that shuriken sliced you in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all those like live service. I mean, for one thing, you saw like so many games trying to be like Call of Duty. It's like every game generation has its like big giant trend.
Yeah, and now Call of Duty is trying to be Fortnite. So.
I mean, it's been trying to be Fortnite for like the last decade with Warzone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know like PS2 and GameCube. I mean, there were like some. I know there's plenty on that for 7th gen consoles and stuff. Like also like GTA clones or like games trying to do open world.
Yeah.
I know there's like other ones like True Crime and stuff, and I guess Driver in some sense is kind of trying to be like a GTA clone, even though I think that's technically before GTA, or at least before like the modern GTA 3 style of the game.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously, you know, the original one, which is basically just a top-down game.
Yeah.
By the way, I just flipped. I was in the monster truck, and I just went on the air balloon. I'm surprised I didn't crash through. Like the Macy's, Macy's State Parade, where it like tears in two or whatever.
Yeah, I know in some of the stages, like if you hit stuff with the monster truck, it like blows it up. But
oh, you say blow it up? I'm imagining like Michael Bay getting a hard on now.
Yeah,
with some like Commando-esque explosion.
Make it. Or something hits me.
I think I blew my load too early. Freezing! Captain America says. Yeah, this is
fifth, not bad.
That one did not go so well.
Yeah.
Really how it goes. Of course, if I go to like A++ or whatever I'm at right now, and I get demoted, I can still probably get demoted to the previous one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen that for myself yet, thankfully.
Meanwhile, I look at my recommendations, and I see John Bringus being like, "The King has arrived," with a picture of the Steam Controller 2, and I'm like, you just gotta tease me, don't you? I already have my reservation in, and I'm just.
Oh, you got the reservation in for the second set.
Still waiting for the pop-up of a notification, you know?
Yeah.
Go off of Potos or Ocean View?
I went with Ocean View.
Ooh. Ah.
Do it.
What? This should have been Palpatine. Be like,
yeah. Do it.
There's like a whole bunch of memes of that, right? Where it's like someone will be doing something, then it'll be like, do it.
There was one where they replaced the lightsaber hitting sound with "do it." So then when Palpatine actually says "do it," it's the lightsaber noise.
Did I tell you about Curse of Monkey Island, where I think like the first I think it's like either the ending insult sword fighting thing, you can like put in like if you hold like one of the keys on the keyboard, it replaces like the sword cleaning noises with like lightsaber noises.
Oh,
you know, it's LucasArts, publishing the game. I'm trying to remember if that was the first one or if it's like the last one. I was thinking it had to be the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe my fortunes in terms of placement will reverse or not.
Yeah. And everyone's being hella aggressive already.
I could shoot that that spike ball in front of me. Maybe I was aiming backwards.
I feel like you used to be able to, but then they like changed it. Because I remember shooting that forward all the time, and then couldn't do it after a while.
So I remember seeing like a random image. It was basically a chain chomp. It was like before the chain chomp. Either like a movie or a game or like an anime or something.
Well, like before the actual chain chomp was the thing?
Yeah, like Super Mario Bros. 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you. No, I should have been like Ram. I'd be like, I'm coming for you. Okay. Nearly avoided getting flame shot,
Yeah,
flame mogged.
hopped right over it.
Has anything happened with Clavicular lately?
I know he's facing like several lawsuits for various different things, but
So he's getting lawsuit mogged, law mogged.
yeah, he's getting law mogged. He's getting lawyer mogged.
No, it's turnabout because that's like Phoenix Wright.
Yeah. I saw this one clip. I don't know if it's recent or not, but he was with this one OnlyFans girl, and he was doing this thing where like he hosted like her biggest pay pig.
Okay.
So like so like he was doing, I guess like a show, I guess, where like he was the host.
People are going to like Sugar Daddy Anonymous.
Yeah, so like he wasn't really the focus of the stream, but so the chick was there, and then they brought in her biggest pay pig, and the guy was like, "Oh, you look fatter in person."
Oh wow! Like he does really good at like hiding it in pictures and stuff.
Yeah, and like you could tell like this guy ain't all there mentally.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like he's just like asking like the most like straight up but like awkward questions, like because it is supposed to be like that, like she's having a date with the guy, but there's also like a interview kind of game show vibe going on, and
the Clavicular being like, "I'm gonna try to out mog the beast mog or whatever."
and like the guy had a lisp too, so like the girl couldn't understand what he was saying half of the time, but like Clavicular could, so he was like translating.
It's like I got like what do you call it, like mental ease or something.
Yeah. So like the guy asked her like how far do you squirt?
And he probably was either like not understand the question or
yeah, she was like, wait, what? And then Clavicular's like, he asked how far do you squirt? And she's like, oh, I don't know, I never really checked. And then he's like, oh, does it make a rainbow afterwards?
Okay. like you see, is this like some drink or something, or like a toy maybe?
Yeah.
Like this guy is the most innocent soul ever, and he has no idea what he's in for.
It reminded me, did I send you that clip of Love on the Spectrum?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's
I think I can tell what it is based on the name of the channel.
Yeah, it's I just like I've been seeing clips of it pop up on Instagram, but it's a reality show on Netflix. Basically, it is what it sounds like.
I heard about it.
Yeah, it's a dating show for autistic people, and yeah, that's what that whole interaction reminded me of.
I'm assuming they're not getting the most high functioning people on that show.
It's weird because like the few clips I've seen, like they do not. It doesn't seem like they try to, for lack of a better term, spectrum match the individuals going on a date. Like,
so this is two people on the spectrum dating each other?
Yeah, like the guy and the girl, they'll both be on the spectrum, but they're not anywhere near each other.
I will say this: like I've seen some people be like, "Oh, if only we could have a nation of like autistic people," and be like, "If you want evidence as to how that would not work, I guess the show's going to be." Yeah, just watch the show, and I rest my case.
Yeah, so like there's this one guy, and he has this like, I don't know if it's like a tick or if he like, if this is how he genuinely feels when people tell him things, but like after someone tells him something, he'll say like, "Oh, interesting per se." So,
interesting per se, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting per se, what you just said. I don't know.
So like Yeah, he was asking this girl like a bunch of questions, and then he was like, "Are you an alcoholic?" And she said no, and he's like, "Oh, interesting per se." And then like he visibly got sad.
Oh man, I'm so. I would be like, oh really? You don't drink? Okay, cool. I don't have to worry about that. I'm like, this guy's like, oh wow, you're interesting because you're not part of the typical person who likes drinking or whatever. I don't, you know.
Yeah. And then like he had a date with another girl, and like she was like clearly Spanish, you know, grew up in a Spanish environment, and he was like, "Oh, do you know Spanish?" And she's like, "Yeah, I know some Spanish."
Okay,
And like,
it's kind of like Captain. I'd be like talking to someone who's named Sakura, and be like, you know Japanese?
And then like it seemed like he wanted to like impress her with his Spanish.
Yeah, and it's like
So
I'm sure he doesn't know much.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, do you know Caro?" And she's like, "Caro?" Like, yeah.
That would be like if
like Car?
That'd be like if I was like, I'm gonna try to impress her by saying konnichiwa. Be like, okay, even amongst like weebs, that's kind of a more common one. You know, like that or like nani. You know.
Yeah, like he asked her like 3 different words. And like after she said she knew each word, he's like, "Oh, interesting per se." But then then again he was like he again got like visibly sad that like she knew more Spanish than he did.
Well, yeah, it's like, well, of course she's gonna know more, you know.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if someone grew up in an environment like that and did not know like more Spanish or even Portuguese or whatever.
Yeah.
I know they're not. I know they're not exactly the same language. I mean, there's a reason that Spain and Portugal, but you know, I know they're kind of sort of related, not related.
Yeah.
Crazy. I looked up something to do with like my Sennheiser HD 650 because the headband came off, which not a big deal. It's still comfortable. It's not like the ear pads fell off. That happened then. The HD 650 I have would be on suicide watch. But I look it up and I have like, I feel like there's like more recommendations about that than I've ever wanted or would need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For no reason, we never got Yu Yu Hakusho's something. I guess the mangaka had enough.
Yeah.
One of the random recommends I got. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put in a Crystal. I almost said Cat again, but Crystal in the Star Fox 64 remake. But probably they had the whole thing of her being a cursed or whatever in Star Fox Command, where it's like that game is like that feels like somewhat that you know what I say that game feels like pre-AI. Like you have the voice generator thing that you put your voice in and it generates your voice. And then you have the endings, which feel like just weird fever dreams.
Yeah.
I know this is your favorite track. You're just dying to play this one.
Couldn't wait.
I'd say if even nicer is just like already the goo. It's like really.
That's what I was thinking it was gonna be, so I boosted out of the way.
Yeah, sometimes I do that, and it's like, oh, I know it's probably the item, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if like whenever it starts coming out, like frame, you know, this is the FGC brain coming in. You know, like what frame do I boost out at?
Yeah, I know with the goop, even if you have like a boost, there is like a point of no return for that. Like once you like actually realize it's goop.
So I actually looked at like a random short of like people doing like skips in like Mario Kart 64 where they go completely off the edge and like, you know, shortcut to like the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah, and I don't think you can do that in this game. You know, even if you're going at like max speed, it
Yeah,
probably wouldn't let you.
I've seen like some like I guess they would barely qualify as skips because like grinding on the edge or something or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, like when you go out of bounds in this game, it just resets you.
You know, the reset. You know, or it's like kind of in like a fighting game, like what do they call it, bracket, or like set. That's a fighting game set. That's what it is. Where what happens is like if you have to you have to win like 2 or 3 matches, 2 or 3 games in a row or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if they like ties up, it's like, oh, reset. You know, the finals are going on for way longer than we wanted to, and everyone's ready to go home. You know. It's actually crazy. I will say, like when I would play like Parsec, some fighting games on there, like how you don't like for such short games, like over a long period of time between like waiting and like playing games and stuff. You don't realize how much time it passes.
Yeah.
And it's not like a bad thing, but still, it's like you look at the time like, holy crap, I've been playing this for a while.
Yeah.
It's not like long, like how like FPS matches can be long or something.
Yeah. Like I remember when I did the Battlefield 6 beta. Like each match was like at least half an hour. It's like it's kind of much.
I was on the Series X, right?
Yeah.
Was that did that have like 64 people on a map, or was it like borked like the 360 versions of those games were?
I think it had 64. Yeah, because I think ever since 2042, all versions have the 64.
Yeah, because I remember playing like Bad Company 2, and it was like only like 8 or 12 people on the map, and I'm like, bro, you can't find anyone on the that's like something that works in Call of Duty, not for something with big maps like this, unless you want to be sniping all the time. Which at that point, what's the point? Kind of like how Call of Duty had like the main series, and then they had like the console games, like Big Red One and all that.
Yeah. I kind of miss that disparity between different consoles and like PC and stuff, where like they would get their own unique, like even like the Wii version would be totally different to like 360 version and stuff.
I know like handhelds would have to be different.
Yeah.
I remember like seeing the what was it, Black Ops 2 Declassified. And I forget what video I was watching about the Vita, but they were like, dude, why would we waste time playing games like this when we just wait to go home to play them?
Yeah.
Miles, Master Player, if he's a big fan of Tales, why does he have Pac-Man for a profile picture?
Right. Oh, he really is a master player. He's got more points than anyone.
I know, but still, why do you have Pac-Man as your name? Or your PvP? PFP.
PCP.
There's a content creator. I just know that he did a crime, and that's about it. I don't know what his content was about. That's the thing about some content creators. Be like what is it, Mr. Anime? You just know that he shot his entire family, and including like
oh shit,
and like even shot the dog. Like what is going? I know he had like mental issues, but still, like what the hell, man? You know.
I don't think I heard about that one. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But then you see like the comments be like, "Hey, I'm waiting for the next anime review," you know. Yeah, I saw this like random thing on Facebook about some guy. I think it was like in Montana or Vermont or something. He was like, he would talk about like Ted Kaczynski or like people like living on the edge. There was this guy living in like, I guess he like his car crashed in like the forest or something. Like it was like on a highway or something, and there was like a forest nearby.
Yeah.
And then he like went and hid in there. He like went and like hid out in there for like 30, 40 years of his life. and I guess he survived like stealing
What the
people's
heck?
food, and like you would like cover his tracks and stuff. Like he would be doing like he had like no military like formal military training. And he was
Yeah.
doing like military level stuff, like hiding your tracks in the snow and stuff. And
What the heck?
eventually, like I think he like came out or something, or like something happened where he like got caught and he got arrested. Yeah, it was wild. And I'm like thinking, what? How do you like? I heard he like he got back into society. I'm like thinking, dude. And I heard he like does like tire repair at like a auto shop. I'm
What
like
the
thinking,
heck?
I'm like thinking, dude.
I would
just
not
like
trust that.
well, not even that, just that, but also like imagine being so shut in from society and then like seeing what we're at now, like smartphones, tablets all over the place,
Yeah.
Video games that look like almost realistic.
Yeah.
I guess I read something like his family was like not very caring or something.
Yeah.
Like they were like all focused on like teaching survivalism and stuff.
Oh, dang. I guess I'll do it.
I'm just imagining like some guy just crashing in and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna like on the spur of the moment decide I'm gonna do this as a challenge,
Yeah. Like, nah, I'm gonna just stay here.
Yeah, they didn't have like smartphones or I guess you had what was it, pagers? Yeah, pagers. I had to actually remember that because like in Yakuza 0 they like the part of the menu that would be like where you have the telephone which you barely ever use. Except for like random notifications. They have the pager thing. And I think in the intro, Kiryu gets like a thing from Nishiki and he's like, yeah, I'll meet you here, I'm waiting for you. And he's like, yeah, I'm waiting for you. You move your slow dumbass up or something like that,
Yeah.
Energy tank.
Oh, that was a cool noise.
Human sounds are always cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do have a little Mega Man Easter egg in Pragmata. There's this like little AI assistant robot who has
I
a
saw
giant.
something about that.
Yeah, he has a giant screen for a face. So like if you just wait around long enough, his face turns into like the Mega Man sprite, the original NES one.
Oh, okay. That's what I figured. I'm not sure it's not gonna be like, oh, X is X4 sprite.
Yeah. I mean, they did the friggin' April Fool's joke where they replaced the main character's suit with Mega Man. They could have put that in the game. They went to the trouble making it for the friggin' April Fool's joke. Yeah.
I feel like that game was like Pragmata was like something that started as like a Mega Man related project, and they're like, let's make it its own thing.
Yeah.
So it just
I feel like there must have been like some crazy development hell stuff going on because like
that reveal trailer
initial,
was like 2019 or something, right?
Yeah. It was definitely before COVID, I think. And yeah, like and the game looked like so like weird and mysterious, but then like the final game, it like the gameplay feels a lot more arcadey than you would expect for like a story focused game.
Well, that's good because
Yeah.
Man,
Which I'm not complaining. The gameplay is very fun. I like it, but it's not like if you only ever watched that first trailer and then you bought the game, you'd be like, okay, this isn't what I expected.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll probably play it eventually. I'm probably on PC.
Yeah. I got it on the Series X just because my PC can barely handle it, and also the Nouveau.
Oh fuck, that's right. And also this like weird Enigma thing or whatever.
There's
like
another?
that? And like, I thought there was like some weird like Enigma thing that they were doing with Capcom games specifically, in addition to the Nouveau.
Oh, there might be. I have to check. I just know the main thing was the Nouveau, which is already bad enough on its own.
Just running like a hypervisor or something. Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
I never said that. YouTube. As I say that, I go flying off the fucking edge 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Always forget about the edges, that where you go careening off.
Yeah, I feel like ever since that hypervisor thing came out, like everyone just gave up on cracks. Like everyone just releases that now. Even though I don't know, I would not trust doing that just for a game.
I guess I've never really felt the need to do like a hype. When I hear like hypervisor, I'm assuming that's like a hardware-based sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, the 360 has its hypervisor that like was like the reason why it was like so hard to like soft mod it, unless you had like this very old version. Even then, you're not really. Even if you soft modded it, you're not like doing much with it.
Yeah. I know with this new thing, I don't even know if there's much you have to do like on your own, because like I've been seeing like all the usual places that would upload those kinds of things, they're repacks. They're just all like hypervisor repacks now, so I guess like everything you need is in the RAR file and ready to go or whatever.
We're always saying this as a hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetically.
We're not actually partaking in this. Totally not.
Yeah. I don't even know what a hypervisor is. Something
Pingus. like that username.
Oh, he was in the first race we were in. Then I didn't see him again.
Well, he was snooping. Just like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg and freaking. Apparently he was in 1915 Japan.
Yeah,
or whatever.
He founded the Tojo clan with a bunch of white guys. Because why wouldn't that be the backstory?
And I'm like, really? I'm pretty sure this is totally what Nagoshi thought about.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, when I was thinking about like other prequels they could do, I wanted to play as Cosma.
Yeah.
And it feels like this is like them trying to lead into that, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe at the end. Like, I know they said, like, oh, Cosmo's not going to be in this, or none of the other characters are going to show up, and I'm like, yeah, but you could do, like, a post-credit stinger, Yeah,
because this is supposed to take place over the span of, like, 50 years or something, so...
Yeah, it's supposed to go from, like, 1915 to, like, the, 1965, when Kamurocho was built.
Yeah.
Go spooky, go radical, or to be mystic.
I wonder if they're going to touch on, like, the atomic bomb and stuff.
I mean, I would hope so. I mean, that's a pretty big thing to like, to not include.
Yeah.
I remember seeing, like, Godzilla S1, and obviously, that's a little bit more fictional, but,
Yeah.
I was, like, thinking, man, that... I know this is like us gaijin saying this, but I mean, just imagine. I mean, I was like, we're on the side to drop the bomb on them,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like, man, looking at like the intro part where the guy meets what ends up being like his wife later in the movie, and it's like all like it's like a wild market going on, like everyone's like scrapping things together.
When does -1 take place?
It takes place in World War II, like after, after the end of World War II.
Okay.
Because the main character, he's a kamikaze pilot, but he's like, I mean, it's not a spoiler because it's like literally the opening scene of the movie, but basically he's on the island and he's like, why should I go for this when we know the war is lost? Why should I go and kill myself for a country when there's no hope of winning?
Why should I kill myself?
Yeah, but Godzilla shows up and he tries to shoot it. Like pretty much everyone except him and like this other guy, like who's like the head mechanic dude, dies.
Okay.
So, yeah. I haven't seen any of the other I know the Godzilla movies. I know they get kind of corny sometimes. I know I have like basically all of them, including the '99 one that from the U.S. That's a big oof.
Oh god, yeah, I hate that one so much.
Well, that'd be maybe that'd be a fun
Yeah.
refs.
Yeah, we could do that.
We unleash our atomic breath on this movie. Yeah. See, that was the atomic breath you heard just now. You got like a glimpse of it.
That's right.
I hate that one because for like the longest time until like the 2014 like reboot one, that's like what normie Americans thought Godzilla was. I was like,
Hey Karma, how's it going?
Alright, how about you?
Doing okay.
Are you in the game?
Sorry, I took a nap, so I missed the call. I'm up now, so.
Yeah.
What y'all doing?
We're in the middle of a race right now. Crossing of the world.
A race, nonetheless.
We're live on YouTube.
Unfortunately, we're not doing as well as we were previous time we played this. Like previous time, I was like, "Holy crap! This is like the kind of luck we've been needing the whole time,"
Yeah.
And I just went and messed with Metallics' lust. His lust, not his luck, his lust. I accidentally say what is it, Freudian slip?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, did I ever tell you about Monarch, the Apple TV Godzilla prequel thing?
That's alright. Nope.
I don't think so. I think I've heard Monarch in some other context.
Yeah, so, season 2 recently came out. I didn't watch it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it, but I watched season 1. So it's like set in the current Godzilla Hollywood movieverse.
Okay.
But it takes place like it has a past storyline and it has like a sort of present day storyline. So it takes place before and after the 2014 Godzilla.
Is there a future storyline? Because then it could maybe be like Sonic CD.
Well, not yet, but they do during like the season finale, they do like mess around with the idea of time travel.
Oh, okay.
It does kind of like not really make sense with like the newer movies. So they say that like if you spend like a couple of hours in like the Hollow Earth, it's like years, like on in our world. But then in like the Godzilla versus King Kong movie and the movie after that, they all go inside the Hollow Earth for like a really long time, and like it's the same amount of time that passes.
So it's like a hyperbolic time chamber or something.
Yeah. So I don't like. It's not like it's all supposed to be canon, but the movies contradict the shows, kind of. But it's like the first two Godzilla movies that's trying to be more serious and not as like goofy as like the King Kong crossover ones that we have now. So like the past storyline with it's like post World War II. It's like I think it's like during the 60s or 70s. So it's everyone discovering Godzilla and the founding of Monarch, the government organization that tracks all the giant monsters. And then the present day storyline is a lot more boring and kind of stupid. It's like,
well, like, this is like what the FBI would do if they found like a UAP. Or sorry, I guess. Well, no, it'd be what would you call it? Like underground, asshole phenomenon. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
so like the present day storyline takes place like right after like the Godzilla 2014 movie, so like right after the aftermath of that stuff. So like everybody like in that city where the Godzilla fought the other monsters, like it shows like the effects they're dealing with and stuff, but then like the rest of the country are like, oh, that's all conspiracy bullshit. They did it with CG and stuff.
Oh, okay. I think it's just like it's like, well, it's like Project Bluebeam of like QAnon said or whatever, you know.
Yeah, none of them think it's real. And then the main character is like a girl boss lesbian lady. And,
okay. And like the whole series, or just like that season?
She's probably the main character for the whole series, but I didn't watch season 2, and like I said, I don't know if I'm going to watch season 2.
Okay.
The only good part about the present day storyline is they eventually run into Kurt Russell, and Kurt Russell does Kurt Russell things, and
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Escaping from New York and getting into big trouble in Little China,
Yeah, so like the Kurt Russell stuff is cool. But the rest of the current day, like, main character cast, they're such charisma voids. It's like, why are these people here? And then
okay.
Yeah, and then the main girl boss.
Of shit we're dealing with here.
Yeah. Somehow I'm still in like third after all that. But...
I got booted down to knife. But yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, so the main girl boss lady. She's like half Japanese, so she receives yeah, she receives something from her dad, who they thought was dead, but it turns out later he's not dead. So she's like, oh, I gotta go to Japan to pick up his stuff in his apartment, because apparently he works for Monarch. She doesn't know that at the time. But yeah, he does work all around the world, and he has an apartment in Japan. She goes to that apartment and she finds another family. Oh my god, he's been cheating on them.
I was half expecting you to say like, oh, you found him like sleeping like naked on the bed, like his ass is like out or something, like something like crazy and unexpected.
Yeah. So then, so she finds out, her dad cheated on her mom, and she has a half brother in Japan who she didn't know about, and they didn't know about her. And
the more I think about fan fiction and stuff, this is like, oh, I didn't know I had a brother, or like this is like Star Wars,
Yeah. And even though, like, I'm pretty sure Godzilla didn't go anywhere near Japan in the 2014 movie. Oh, wait, he did. He did, because that's... Okay, yeah, he did. He was in Japan, yes. Okay, so
I've not seen much of the Godzilla movies, Japan
it's been a while since I saw it, so I was trying to remember, because they show that, like, the entire country now has, like, an alert system in case Godzilla shows up. For everyone to, like, go underground.
Godzilla, or, Godzilla 69 or whatever,
Yeah. Well, they don't know about those guys yet. This is before all that happens. Yeah, so all of Japan has a Godzilla security alert system, and they have like signs and like paintings like on the roads telling everyone where to go in case the alarm goes off.
Yep.
And so
you say that, I'm now picturing like the neighborhood watch sign. I'm now picturing like a Godzilla version of that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just thought about you were telling me about the plot synopsis, and what's that one meme where it's like Godzilla had like an aneurysm while reading this and fucking died.
Oceans.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite memes, because it's just like the most random thing ever. And just has him like they just took a picture of him standing, and they turned it. He's just like dead, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if I knew the series, like most of the series was going to be like stupid millennial drama, I probably wouldn't have watched it. But like I realized they can't have the budget to have Godzilla in every single episode, but it'd be a little more interesting than that. But
just make him like a toy, and then like do practical effects. It'll be like expensive CGI.
Yeah, that's really all he had to do, is just have it be practical.
Which
maybe
I will
just
say,
like
topic of CGI and Godzilla -1, there's like one scene where like they have like the tanks coming out, and it's like I'm like, bro, what is this PS3, PS4? Like, you know, people
really?
talk like that Godzilla 2014 game that Bimmy and Mike played on a video. Like, it looked kind of like something like it would be like a CG movie, like opening movie for that, maybe, if that makes sense.
Because I remember -1 got like awards for its CG.
Yeah, well, it was just that one shot. It was, but like everything else was fine. It was like that one part was like, oof, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, eventually, girl boss lady finds like her dad's like projects and files and stuff that he's been working on, and one of them is like, I forget what it was on. There was like stuff on a VHS, and then there was like stuff on like some other ancient format that nobody uses.
VHS.
So
just be like Betamax, and then like, a floppy disk.
yeah, it probably was Betamax or something like that, because it was. I don't think it was like regular VHS. And they're like, oh, we need to see what's on these. We need to know what happened to our dad. So the Japanese girl and the Japanese boy who are in Japan, they're like, oh, we need someone who's good with technology.
Okay.
And the guy's like, oh, I know just the guy. And they go to some random black girl who's been living in Japan for less than a year.
Okay. I guess so. All right. You know, yeah, I'm sure there's some population of people out there who fit that both those descriptions, but I don't know.
But it's like we're in Japan and we need someone who's good with technology, and it's
just so happens, Yeah,
okay. And it's not even like new technology. It's like you need someone who's good with retro technology in a country that still uses fax machines. And you go to a person who came from America who's been living in the country for like less than a year.
Yeah, less than a year, no less.
Yeah. Oh, and she also turns out to be a lesbian too. Go figure.
Convenient.
Yeah. So yeah, that was like my biggest eye roll with the show. It's like, come on, like you have these Japanese people go out of their way to go to Japan, and they're like, we need help with this retro tech.
And
we go to this millennial, like hipster black girl.
I mean,
who just came to the country.
Maybe that's why their birth rate's so problematic. They're all turning into lesbians and turning gay and just moving to
the water
with all the getting the games that are only in Japan.
Yeah.
There's no like mentally or not mentally like healthy, well-adjusted, normal people who are not like it's an interesting. Like a lot of people have this image of like Japan that's like, oh, it's just like nerd, anime the country, or video games the country, and I'm like, that's just what they export out here. You don't see them like exporting out like public bathing or something like that, or anything to do with like that's really, really Japanese. Like I remember Sakurai, he had like this one video where he referenced, I think it was a PlayStation 1 game. It does not, as far as I know, have like a translation patch. It's not like Mazurna Falls or what's that? Little Ralph, that one like side scroller fighting game hybrid thing that actually looks pretty sick. Which maybe I'll play it one of these days. It's not one of those games. It's like some random RPG that's it has something to do with like Japanese mythology. And even Sakurai, and at least with the subtitles, like, I apologize for making a reference to a game, or I don't know if it's apologize, but it's like I know that might be like a reference most people might not get because it's a game that's only in Japan. But it just goes to show like there's some stuff they don't export out for. And it's not even just because of the whole like like I remember how like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is like, oh, you Gaijin are too stupid for RPGs, and it's like they're simplifying things like the initial SNES release of Final Fantasy IV, and then there's too simple,
Yeah.
It's hit like the same guy twice and he's still in like second place. He's a beast. He's Mr. Beast, which would explain why I can't take him out. He's probably paid for like the best stuff in the game.
Yeah.
Potato Chi. Yeah, both people I hit in this race is like Hatsune Miku people.
Oh.
Miku.
I guess we're still popular.
So what I've noticed about the drifting, and that's what's kind of throwing me off, is I go to like release, and it's like it's a second after I release like the R1 button, and then he boosts. Don't like go in like tight, like just keep drifting and boosting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like it's not as smooth as I want it to be.
Yeah, it's not. It's not like as tight as like Transformed. Definitely very different feeling.
Yeah.
It's also like a better game with like more, I would say, more like longevity. I mean, the thing about this game is like if they want to do like a live, I know this game isn't like live service, but if you want to keep supporting the game, I know we played it a whole bunch. Like in order to get like more people to play it, like adding more courses. I mean, adding characters is nice, but I think more courses would like help more. I mean, the thing about roster is you really should have had like more variety from the start, and not just be like, oh, we need to do like promotion for every latest game. It's like, dude, why don't you promote like the classic stuff, you know?
Yeah. Just like port over some of the tracks from the older games too, like if you want to be cheap about it, you know.
Yeah. Like Nintendo hires this man, you know, use like like that one video, like uses stock assets, you know, he knows his Unreal Engine like the back of his ass or whatever.
Fire this man, Nintendo, fire this man. Well, yeah, because like,
did you? Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, yeah, because like we only get a new track like when they release like a paid DLC character. Because like when they release all these free characters, but we don't get tracks for them.
Yeah. Like as stupid as I think the whole Majima being a pirate thing is, like can we at least get a cool? I mean, I can see a cool track of that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're gonna give us specifically Pirate Majima, like do a pirate track.
Yeah. So Karma, have you seen the new Star Fox 64 trailer?
No, I have not.
So, Nintendo finally hired that man, and now we have hyper-realistic Fox, Falco, Toad, and Peppy. Oh, and also Cat from Star Fox 2.
Nice.
And they took yet another example of taking a feminine-looking female and just making her look like the most generic thing ever.
That sounds very depressing.
Oh, you want to talk about depressing? Look at Fox's face in the trailer, like one of the cutscenes. We actually have a short. I
forgot to send that too. Yeah, I put up. If you go on the channel, just look at like the newest short I have.
Yeah, it's literally like 15 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked at the comment of that video. And I was like, oh my, this is like perfect. Crazy how much Nintendo's holding the L this generation so far.
Yeah.
And I will say, I consider the Switch to be, I know it's not the popular classification. I do consider it to be an 8th gen console.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's officially considered 9th, but
in terms of like power and like features and type of games you get on it.
Yeah, and then like you have the 9th gen system, and now it's basically just a Steam Deck, but Nintendo's now being a dick about a lot of things.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Because like I remember like when the Switch would first get ports like Doom 2016 and stuff like that, like Modern Vintage Gamer would like make his video and be like, "Oh my god, this is the impossible port."
Yeah, this is the impossible port. It makes me jizz with BFG.
Yeah.
Do or something. You know?
BFGGGs.
I was gonna say BFG do because it's like Mountain Dew. You know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, these technical wizards, they've pulled off like the most incredible feat known to man in the history of ever.
You
And
know,
then you look at the game and
is
it's like running at 480p, 25 FPS, and like the models look like PS3 quality.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing
It's
is,
like,
too, like
of course they pulled it off.
like the engine's also like scalable, which I guess
Yeah.
that's like a common thing. Like with engines now, they're trying to make it so scalable because they probably realize we're at the end of Moore's law in terms of like the transistors and everything.
Yeah.
So, they're like, well, we got to do something to make it so that people, and also they're trying to make sure people aren't like, oh, my laptop can't run this, even though it's like, bro, you have a laptop. What do you think you can do? Earlier in the stream, I mentioned that one guy I saw the laptop. When I saw his laptop, I literally gritted my teeth, not in a way that he would notice, but I just kind of ooh, yeah, that's not good luck with video editing on that, you know.
I mean, that's always been the thing, like across the entire laptop space. Is there's like such a wide variety of laptops, but the ones that get like pushed the most are like the most like basic tier shit. But they'll be like, oh, this is the perfect laptop for business pros, and it's like, and it costs more than like its gaming counterpart would.
Yeah,
and it doesn't even have like a dedicated graphics card.
Like, to me, at this point, you have to. For me, with laptops, if I'm going to buy a laptop, it has to do something special and different that I would actually want, like the framework, honestly, you know.
Yeah.
Or even like the ThinkPad. I know that's G is mostly a G meme, for our fellow 4chan anons, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything has its niche and its use. It just depends on what you're actually going to use. But I would not, if you're in college, I would not worry about getting a gaming PC unless you're working a job, and like regular income.
I mean, yeah, if you're in college, just get whatever laptop can get the job done for you, and that's your main priority.
Yeah, I mean, at least nowadays, you don't have to make the choice between Intel and failed and a bulldozer AMD dumpster fire.
Yeah.
At least everything is like a good option.
Yeah.
Like, if for some reason you're buying some cheap laptop that has hard drive storage for some reason, dude, what are you doing? Don't be a masochist, because
I don't even think they sell those anymore. So.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, if someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy some cheap laptop, to save money," it's like, and run modern Windows on it, that is, I don't know what you're doing, but I pray for your soul if you do that. with all the paging modern Windows does, at least,
Yeah.
For storing older games and stuff, that's fine. I just would not install your OS on that,
Yeah. No, for sure. For Windows OS in particular, you don't want that on a hard drive.
It used to be. Good.
Yeah, I will say if you're at least looking at gaming laptops, it's not as bad as it was 10 years ago, where it just instantly overheats and doesn't last for a whole year even.
Yeah.
As long as you buy something with decent ventilation, you're good. That gaming laptop I have from 2020 is still rocking, still going fine. I have had to do some surgery on it, but not because of overheating or anything like that.
Yeah, the thing is, you're always going to accept. Yeah, here's the thing: the smaller the form factor is, there's going to be compromises. You might not be able to play the most latest game on it. That's just the law, the physical laws of reality of 2026.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't play games. You're just not. I don't know. Maybe you can't play Fortnite. I know that one coworker who I was planning on selling the one PC to. He's mainly a Fortnite player, for some reason. And he's also like, oh, I'm a big fan of arcade games. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But he He said like his computer, like it's computer. It's like something like a relative of his built basically.
Yeah.
And my understanding is he it was basically a computer that would have been like top of the line in like 2014.
Okay.
From what you told me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know. I've never played Fortnite on computer, so I don't know what system requirements are like exactly. But
I mean, I don't know about right now, but a couple of years ago, it was like still very scalable. Like, I mean, there's a Switch version, so
well,
it runs on a lot of things.
It's not just that. He also uses like Tidal for listening to music.
Okay.
As opposed to other things, but
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's better than what most people do these days, which is Spotify.
Well, yeah.
At least with Tidal, you're still getting Flex.
Well, but yeah, the thing is, like, even like the front end for Tidal is like
targeted the other guy, but whatever.
I don't think it ever hit. If it was gonna hit me, I was in like the invincible mode, anyways.
Okay.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, he was telling me about what was his name? He's telling me about like Tidal is like loading so slowly,
Yeah.
And I'm like.
Your first mistake is using Tidal on a PC. Like that's mainly for like smartphones and stuff.
Oh, really? It's probably like vibe coded or so you have color coded,
Yeah. Well, I with like any of the music streaming apps, like they don't give too much of a shit about the PC version, like, because most people just use it on their phone.
Which I understand, but it's like, dude, if I'm not gonna take my Sennheiser HD 650 out to like, the beach or something or an airplane, and then like be blasting like Metallica, Ride the Lightning or something, and then everyone be like, what? Like, could you turn that down? I'm trying to get some sleep. Or jet lag's already, bad enough as it is.
But like, I'm not a fan of this, but like, even like the high end like music players, like the FIO and stuff, like those are all Android. So
yeah, I looked at those.
And I'm like, that's what they're catering to.
Yeah, I looked at those, and I'm like thinking, why would I get this when I have a phone? Other than like the DAC is probably better.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. The DAC will be much better, and then you get, well, it'll be able to drive like if your headphones require like 250 or 300 plus ohms or whatever, it can drive those. And then they usually have like the multiple outputs for like the 4.4 millimeter jack.
Yeah.
Like all the other sizes and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, could someone take that and turn it into like their phone? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have like a SIM slot, but if you have like one of those like virtual providers, I guess you could use it as a phone.
Yeah. That other guy I was talking to, he also was lending a computer. He said that the IT guys at the shop or whatever, who bought gave him that quote, they supposedly also set up like his phone system. I'm assuming it's like a voice over IP thing, which I've never fucked with that thing, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's what most businesses do now to save a buck.
I've never really known, like, is that like just like a business? Is that like how their business phone works?
That is how it worked at that Indian place. I was actually there like while they upgraded from like the regular thing to the voice over IP.
Okay.
So, I mean, they had like their own people come in and like set up everything for us, but yeah, I guess it's like the easiest way to like assign a whole bunch of different phone numbers to everybody in your business.
Interesting.
And then like if you need to make changes, it's easier to do that.
No, I shouldn't have said it. I should have been like, huh, interesting, or whatever that one guy said.
Interesting per se.
Oh yeah, interesting per se.
Interesting per se.
Is that actually how he said it? Like, interesting per se.
Yeah, his voice sounded kind of weird on like high pitch. He's like, oh, interesting per se. Yeah, Carmer, did you see that clip I sent you of the Love on the Spectrum dating?
Bro, Where'd you send it on?
Instagram.
Let me check. Let me check right now. Actually,
It might be more than one, but yeah, it's a reality dating show for people on the spectrum.
oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Wait,
they
is that
do
the
not
one
do
with
a good
Sam Hyde?
job. No, this actually predates Fish Tank.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, does Fish Tank do the same thing where they put? Man, I thought that was for like businesses and stuff.
Well, Fish Tank they definitely got people. Not everybody, but like some of them people are on the spectrum for sure.
Okay.
That's some wild shit.
You know, I would love to have so much money to like be able to do like interviews like Mr. Wonderful and just like have like a suit on, but then you have like pajama pants or whatever.
Yeah.
What's this thing about him like in his like whole data center thing in Utah or whatever? Like having like all these problems or something.
Who's getting a data center?
Apparently Kevin O'Leary, you know, Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
anything about that.
that man is something else, ain't he?
Yeah, I've not kept up with him.
I just saw like a headline about it. I'm like, okay, well, more data center stuff.
Yeah.
He's a special boy. Yes, he is.
Oh, it was an item I boosted out of that.
Ooh.
Yeah, Karma. This one guy is like, I had an appointment with earlier today. He wants me to either build or like, one of the. I told him I had like an extra computer that. I was like, well, I guess I could sell you this, but he had like this quote from the shop, and the computer had like a essentially a modern Intel Core i5, and like 60 gigs of DDR5 RAM, terabyte of SSD storage. I don't know if it's NVMe or it's probably NVMe because that's like the fastest.
I would assume so, yeah.
But like that, like I mean, then he has an RTX 5060 Ti, which you know, not a 5090, but still, I would think that would go for a lot.
Yeah.
A lot more than a quote of like $1,600, plus tax. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's honestly a deal, I think, for like right now.
Yeah.
If they're just giving them that.
But like, well, if I could part with like, you know, something that's like maybe 400 or 500 or 550 maybe, you know, but
yeah,
because that's like less than like what I'm charging like the coworker for my other computer, because the other one is like, you know, higher spec, you know.
Yeah.
Like literally what I'm charging him for that is literally what I paid to get the 7900 XTX in this sleek, loud beauty that is running this my computer right now. Yeah, you talk about girl bosses. My computer is the girl boss.
Speaking of girl bosses, I watched the Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, it is definitely the Peach Galaxy movie featuring Mario and friends.
Isn't it just basically? Isn't these last two movies basically just Peach the movie with Mario and Luigi supposedly being the leads?
I mean, you could still make the argument for the first one that it's a Mario movie. This one is just absolutely a Peach and Rosalina movie.
Terrible.
So I've never played. Oh god.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I've never played through either of the two Mario Galaxies yet.
Okay. I've tried multiple times with Galaxy 1. I always get bored like an hour or two into it. It's just I don't see what everybody else sees in Galaxy. Like,
well, I just have never played it.
I finished all the other 3D Marios except for Galaxy. Like, Galaxy is just like the most boring one to me.
I see. Yeah, it isn't like Rosalina just like reading like a storybook in those games or something.
Yeah, no, they turn her into a girl boss too. She has like super duper magic and cosmos making powers.
But that's how she is in Smash, right?
I mean, kind of like all her powers come from the wand in this one, but I don't know. She's voiced by Brie Larson, and she definitely doesn't sound like a princess.
Brie Larson is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what?
Definitely doesn't have a princessy vibe to her voice.
Jamie, show him that clip about what Thanos did to her when she was in that movie.
I was gonna say, they're talking about making a Metroid movie. I think Brie Larson signed up for the wrong role. Considering some comments she made about Samus.
Yeah.
Yo, she's gonna be Samus. Oh my.
Well, she said she wanted to be Samus.
Yeah,
she's
been like campaigning to become Samus for like years now.
Oh my gosh. I hope she feels good on latex, bro.
I'm okay with her being Rosalina if it means she never gets to be Samus.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like Rosalina is like I'm imagining like Gears of War, and Samus has like Rosalina has like the meat shield or something. Nintendo hired this man, Nintendo of Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, and even like the voice actress they have for Peach, like even in the first movie, she still sounded kind of princessy, but like her delivery in this one, it's like she forgot all about that. She's gone like full girl boss now.
Yeah, Miyamoto being like, look, I've heard some criticism about the games, but look, that's just how the game is,
Yeah.
He's like, and I'm like thinking, she was a playable character in Super Mario Bros. 2, but then again, I say that, but then he probably is like, oh yeah, that's just Super Mario Bros. USA.
Yeah. And then well, they have the post credit scene. It's Daisy. Oh my god, she's finally in the movie.
Are they gonna get like the weird like bouncy like all over the place fire flower?
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, for like Super Mario Land.
Oh, that one. Well, yeah. All they showed was like Daisy. Like that's legit. The whole post credit scene. Like, oh, Daisy's here.
Well, yeah, I know, but like that's gonna be like the third movie, like with Tatanga and the weird direction that game goes compared to the rest of the series.
Honestly, that might just be like a footnote because like, what's his name? The guy the main bad guy in Super Mario 2.
Wart.
Wart, yeah. Peach one shots Wart in this movie, so
that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. Wart only showed up in that and Legend of Link's Awakening, so I don't really think much of him.
Yeah, well, yeah. So like in this one, like Wart, he sends out like a room full of like 200-300 goons. Oh god damn it! It kicked me out. And yeah, and Peach like defeats all of them by herself, and then Wart charges at her, and then Peach one shots him.
Okay, I was thinking like a whole bunch of Bob, like thinking, oh boy, I don't think she's surviving this one, but I'm assuming she mystically, survives somehow, or pulls something out of her ass,
Yeah. Nah, she's just really good at like kung fu and shit, and she can fight off.
She's good.
100 goons.
It's crazy.
But here's the real question: is she as powerful as Bruce Lee's relative, Kid? You can take down like the entire population of China.
Yeah.
I would love to make like a game like Hong Kong '97. To the I don't know, the electric boogaloo whatever. Like something stupid.
Yeah.
Like a total like shit post like RPG Maker game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want to show that game to a certain relative, and he would not like it. But I'd be like, this is a real thing, and people like have like, this is like a funny thing that people have seen on like that people make fun of on freaking the internet
on Bimmy.net.
Well, you see, he only knows like the person I'm referring to. He only knows like the Power Glove, like the or early like initial episodes. He probably doesn't know like he doesn't know about the slobs. You know, he just knows like back in the day,
the before times.
the peak days.
Yeah, before the dark times.
When men, when the strength of men was much stronger, before the springs of power.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna do it for the stream tonight.
Oh, wow! You can't even see my race. That's one way to go out. You know.
Yeah. Once it starts kicking me out, that's that's a sign.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, I can't like invite you in the middle of a room and and be like, hey, can you jump in or
Yeah, no, but like the other day, me and Carmel were playing Sonic Rumble, and like after like half an hour, it just like nonstop just kept booting me out of the game, like not even giving me like a whole minute of gameplay every time.
Oh wow! They're like, oh, you said too much. No, it's not even said. They like looked at your face. I don't know if you're playing on the Switch or something. They're like we think your physiognomy is like too based. You know.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're using to judge you now. You know. Wasn't there that thing with like AI where like that's what they're actually doing, like judge people's like character?
Oh yeah. There's like some weird patent for that too. That's That's what the future holds.
Yeah, that and also age verification on Linux.
Yeah, and everything else.
Yeah, at least there's that portal where they're like, yeah, these are the guys who are not going to do it, or they say they're not going to do it anyways, and yeah. For those who don't know, I will say that there's a GitHub page by Brian Lunduke, if you want to know about that. For whoever, I don't know how many people are interested in Linux, in our audience, maybe smash that like button if you're a Linux enjoyer, your inquiry into Linux, man.
Desecrate that like button. Mash subscribe right now.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a Brian Lunduke who's a kind of prominent Linux tuber. He posted to the thing, and was it Endeavor OS and Artix and some of these other guys. Now some of those are a little bit easier to use and get into than others. I would say, having tried Artix in the last like 24 hours, you better know what you're fucking doing before you jump into Artix. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not as bad as like jumping straight into. They have like builds that aren't just you install it from a freaking command line. They do have one that is like that, as far as like ISO you can burn. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
That's my daily. What is it?
A little factoid of the stream. Factoid of the
Linux factoid of the stream. The stream.
Yeah. Yeah. So on that note, if y'all tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. And like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Check the links in the description if you want to help us out. All that good stuff. And we will catch you in the next one.
Yeah. See y'all later.